Hi there, good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today we are going to do an episode of Album Sides. Thursday night, 8 o'clock, time for Album Sides, right? So this is a bi weekly show. Alternates with ranking the songs off an album, but this one I decided to go with a live album this time instead of just doing the same old studio albums. I decided to pick a live album. Of course, we know which one I'm going to pick. Kiss Alive, yes, a fantastic cover. Still like it a lot. So kind of dark and menacing, almost superhero-ish. I love this back picture. So reminiscent of the time period when this album came out. I almost feel like I'm right there. I remember this look. I remember how being like all these people in the crowd with the long hair and the Kiss shirts and everything. Fantastic. So anyways, album came out in 75. At the time when it came out, I loved all four sides. I've kind of whittled away the fourth side. I pretty much only like the one song now, Rock Bottom. And side two, I do like most of the stuff. I never really warmed up to She as much as I did with some of the other songs, so it couldn't be included. So I had narrowed it down to doing either side three or side one. I could have went with side one, but those songs are a lot more burned out than the side three ones. So I decided to go with side three of Kiss Alive. Yep. 3 songs only. One of them, the opening track, Watching You, is probably my favorite Kiss song proper. There's a few Ace Frehley songs I like almost as much, but if I could only choose one Kiss song to play, I couldn't play any others, I would choose Watching You. I don't know why, I really found this song to be heavy, really catchy riffs. I think this is Gene's best, well, one of his best vocal songs for sure. Absolutely killer track, and live is even better than the Hotter Than Hell album. I just love that heavy riff that is in the song. Just absolutely killer. I think the guitar solo was really good as well. I think they're firing pretty strongly here for Kiss, really absolutely killing it. Then you've got the song 100,000 Years, or 100,000 Years as they call it. The song itself is not that great. I didn't really like it all that much on the Kiss album, the debut album, which is where it originally was. But this version is much more much more jacked up. The drum solo was the first drum solo that I ever became aware of. And even many years later, you'll get people to say Peter Criss isn't much of this, but this is a decent drum solo. It's iconic in a lot of ways too, and it goes on for a fairly lengthy bit of time. I'm not sure. I think the song itself is about 10 minutes, and about 5 or 6 of that at least is his drum solo. He's actually got quite a good speed. It almost sounds like a machine gun at some points, but I remember playing it all the time, thinking how cool it was when I was like 12 and 13 years old. And I still like it for the fondness of that memory. Absolutely a killer track, 100,000 Years. The last track is one of the great live tracks for Kiss, Black Diamond. This one with Paul Stanley doing the intro vocal part, really setting it up nicely for the really heavy, menacing kind of feeling that you get through the rest of the song, featuring Peter Criss on the drums and the lead vocals here. He absolutely kills it. I think this is one of his best songs. His vocals are so strong and so good, so memorable, and I love Peter Criss's voice. But this to me is the one of the 2 or 3 best Peter Criss sounding vocals here. And the whole song is really killer. I really like it a lot. I like that heavy guitar riff, and Ace doing all of his stuff here as well. But this side of the album is maybe dominated a little bit by Peter Criss. because of Black Diamond, 100,000 Years, a little bit on the Watching You too, with the drums and stuff. Yeah, I just think that for some reason this side is aged much better than the other three sides. Other than Rock Bottom, most of my favorite tracks are these three on the album. Yeah, excellent album. It's hard to believe that this album is now almost 50 years old. I can't believe it. And these guys are still out there causing shit, right? That's what they were doing. So anyways, there you have it. My album side choice for this week on album sides is Kiss Alive 2, the third side of the album, which features Watching You, 100,000 Years, and Black Diamond. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Album Sides. Please hit the like and subscribe. And don't forget to leave comments about this album or any other album that you want to make a comment of. Would you choose this as the side of the album that you like the best? Maybe you prefer one of the other three sides if you're at all into this at all. And I hope to see you all next week on when we'll be doing ranking the songs off an album. So I'm wishing you all a good evening, and we will see you then. Take care and goodbye.